Hello everyone. I wanted to share this story while it's still very fresh in my mind of an encounter I had today that was so powerful that I feel the need to share it with as many people as I can and leave it to posterity. So this is recorded ad lib. I didn't prepare any of this. I'm going to tell it as I feel it, and I hope I can touch the lives of as many people as I can, because this is for me truly the largest miracle I've witnessed yet. So I hope this inspires you, and it comes with truth and with my utmost sincerity and love. It's about a meeting with two angels today. I never thought that I would actually meet human-like form that was absolutely not human. So what happened is I was driving to go get my hairdresser and makeup for a photo shoot I was doing today. So I drove with my Jaguar, and as I was parking, I saw this elderly man in the corner of my eye just passing, and I saw that he stopped and he walked back as I was parking and stood right in front of where my door is going to open. So the first thing I thought was that he probably wanted money because I drive a Jaguar, right? So I thought, oh rats, I don't think I brought any change with me. That upset me because I usually always give, and when I don't have change or money or whatever to give in my purse, then I feel like terrible of not having any. So that was my thoughts, and I thought, doesn't matter, I'll still say hello to this man. So I opened the door, and this old man, he must be 70 years old, comes to me, and the first thing he says, what year is your Jaguar? And as I was driving, actually, I was thinking, I've been trying to sell this Jaguar forever, and I'm always thinking, should I keep her? Should I give her away? And this man just asked me, so what's the year of your Jaguar? So I say, well, it's a 96. And so he goes on to tell me that he actually has 9 Jaguars throughout his life, and that now he owns a Jaguar in Germany. So I asked him for the brand, and he gives me all this detailed information about the car. And he said that car was a 1956. It was driven by Betty Davis. I mean, the same car as Betty Davis used to drive, and it's like a collector's item and all of that. And so he tells me now he's going to sell it for a fortune. And so he looks at me and he says, things that matter to you, that you love, such as Jaguars, you should keep. You shouldn't, get rid of things you love. So I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty cool. I just met someone out of the blue. I don't know this man. He didn't even say hello. I don't know who he is. And he's giving me information that I actually asked for. So that I thought that was enough, and actually I thought that was going to be it for the day. So I'm about to move away, but he continues speaking, and he looks at me directly in the eyes, and he says, you're beautiful, but you're beautiful in this part of the world, so you should be grateful for the fact that you have this face, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, okay, thank you. What am I gonna say? But then he takes one step back, and he looks at me generally, and he says, well, wow, he says, you have an archangel around you. So now he's getting my entire attention, because as some of you know, I believe that Archangel Michael is very close to me and always with me. So this guy that I don't know is talking about archangels. I don't know if you meet people regularly, but I meet a lot of people, and usually people talk about angels, but I've never really heard anybody describe archangels. So I'm thinking, wow, this guy's already hitting somewhere up there. He's in the nebulas. He's not just talking angels, he's talking archangels. He's going much further in big leagues. So I can't reply, because I'm so surprised that I'm left without a word. But he continues talking. The next thing he says is that he's about to write a book, publish a book. So since I'm a writer, that resonates within me, and I'm like, okay, this is another message, so what am I supposed to know? And he says that his book is called Enigma because of the band Enigma, and I love Enigma's music. So he says that, so I asked, what song, and of course it's the album, my favorite album from Enigma. So now I'm totally like, want to speak to him. And on top of it, he has such a beautiful thing around him that I just want to hug the guy. He's like 70 years old, but he has this goodness, loving nature, something really positive around him. So I keep on like tapping his shoulder, putting my hand on his back. I never do that, but I'm like drawn to this person. And I remembered the first day I ever do this, I have put a book in my car, one of my books I wrote, Conversations with Angels. So I'm thinking, wow, maybe this book is for him. Like, I never put a book in my car. So I'm about to take the book out of the car. I'm saying, I have something for you, but he continues to speak as if I'm not doing anything. So he continues on, and he says that all the money proceeds from this book he's writing is going to go to charities that help education and kids that have been abused. And those are the two causes. My purpose in life is to revolutionize the educational system and to put money into the schooling. And I keep on saying that. So now this man is actually vibrating or revibrating my own energy, and anyway, I'm flabbergasted. So I give him my book, and he looks at it, and he's super happy, and he looks at me, and he looks at the name on the book, and he says, wow, that's you. He says, I remember this name from a very long time ago, and this name again will be known. So I'm flattered, needless to say. But on the other hand, this sounds peculiar. All this discussion is not from this planet. It already seems like I'm on heaven or somewhere else. I'm talking with not a human here. Talking about archangels and giving money to just exactly what I want to give money, and about jaguars and answering the question I had. Like, it's a lot for like a 3-minute conversation. So I asked him his name. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see who this guy is. I believe in names a lot, right? So I asked him, so who are you? And of course his name is Joseph. So he's really in the big leagues, Mr. Mary's husband. So I'm like, okay, so now that's why you're talking about archangels. You know them very well. And it's been very, it hasn't been a long time since I've connected with Mary, with the Divine Mother. So that should be a whole different story. But so meeting Joseph is like, okay, I'm starting to get to know a bit more of these people. It's kind of cool. I'm kind of included in their circle or something. But I'm in shock and disbelief. So I leave. I leave this encounter. We part. God bless you. We say to each other, and I leave him with my autograph in the book, and we just split. So I go on about my day, and 2 hours later I come back to pick my car up, and as I'm walking really close to where my car is, in the corner of my eye, I need to say that today was really a gray day. It was gray, raining, muddy, kind of when you're gonna get dirty whether you want it or not. So at the corner of my eye, as I'm walking in this kind of not happy day, I see this white dog. And what's funny about him, first he's shining. There's no sun, but he's shining. It's like a Pyrenees dog, those long nose, very gracious, white, long hair, but he's like very well groomed and perfectly groomed, actually. Doesn't fit with the street, doesn't fit with the grayness, doesn't fit with the rain. It just looks like he's like a heavenly dog or an angel dog. White, It was just too perfect. So it captures immediately my attention. There's a man, like a beggar, sitting next to the dog. I can't see him very well, but next to him there's a cat, like a fat cat, like really happy cat, laying there and looking at me. So none of this scene makes sense. The happy cat, the really nice looking dog, all white, there's not a sparkle of dirt on this dog, and I'm thinking, this is a scene. I'm no longer on the street of Montreal here. I'm somewhere else. It's too strange. So now I'm thinking, okay, God, put money in my wallet because I really want to give money to this beggar. So as I'm looking in my purse, I see first the cup. The cup approaches me, a hand with a cup. So I'm there, I'm looking, and I find money. So I put it in the cup, and then his head lifts, and his face just totally shines. He has like a beautiful face. I've never seen like beautiful but shining bright eyes, blue eyes, beautiful cut, perfect face, white teeth. He's not a beggar. He has beggar clothes, but it just doesn't fit with the white dog. But his entire face is shining. And he looks at me, he thanks me for the money, and he just looks at me and he says, "Oh, you look angel-like." And I look at him, and I'm thinking, so do you. You're totally an angel. But I'm in total disbelief, because I'm thinking, I'm actually in front of a real angel. He was so full of light in the middle of this rainy day, and so clean, like he, like a model, he wasn't a beggar, that's for sure. And so my attention was totally on this scene. But I turned my head, maybe after all this happened, I turned my head a bit, and the old man reappears to me. 2 hours later, he comes to me from nowhere, and he, with this big smile again, like really loving and also full of light, and his eyes are bright and his smile is bright, but it's this like wise old man you want to hug. And he also makes me think of my father, like if my father had come back to earth, that's probably what he would look like. The same feeling I would get. And so I can't believe that this man is reappearing 2 hours later, and he looks at me and he points at this man that's sitting on the floor, and he says, "Just let me introduce you to one of my friends." But smiling, he knows I understood, and I was like so touched by this moment, by this event. I went in my car, and as I was driving back home, I started thinking about everything they told me and their behavior, and then I started thinking, I saw them, I saw angels. And I'm just realizing now as I'm talking that actually there's a tree I go hug, and I'm crying now. This is really pitiful on the video. But I'm so taken aback with this. It's been like 2 days I've been to hug a tree that I go hug all the time. I love this place, and I actually asked to see angels. For real. I just remembered this right now. So I guess my prayer was answered. So anyway, as I said, it's not prepared and it's ad-lib, and now I look like a fool, but I don't care. I want you to hear the story because it's so amazing. They are walking around us, and they're walking with us. So I want you to know that no cause is desperate. You are not alone. Know that you're loved. Know that you're enough. In the name of God and in the eyes of God, you are loved and you're enough. And God loves you the way you are. Just the way you are. today, right now. You are enough. And I love you. For all the ones that are going to see this video, I hope it enlightens as many people as it can. And I thank God. Bless you all. And thank you.